As we age, our bodies go through noticeable changes. Our hair might start turning gray, our joints could begin to creak a bit more, and we may not have the same energy levels we once did. But one change that often gets overlooked is how our sleep patterns evolve. For many people, especially those over 60, sleep can become more difficult or less restorative. It's not just about getting into bed anymore. It's about how we prepare for sleep and the habits we build leading up to bedtime. Getting enough sleep becomes more challenging as we get older, and it's easy to assume that just lying down will automatically lead to rest. However, factors like the time we go to bed, our evening routine, and even what we eat or drink can have a significant impact on how well we sleep. Poor sleep can affect everything from our energy levels to our overall health, so it's important to pay attention to how we approach sleep each night. Small changes in your pre-sleep habits can make a big difference in how well you sleep and how you feel when you wake up. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more tips on improving your health and well-being as you age. And feel free to leave a comment below with your thoughts or any tips you have for better sleep. We'd love to hear from you. One of the most common habits many of us have is spending time on our phones or watching TV before bed. Maybe it's a show you're hooked on, or maybe you just want to check your email or scroll through social media one last time. But here's the thing. The light from our phones and screens messes with our natural sleep rhythm. Our bodies produce melatonin, the hormone that helps us sleep when it gets dark. But when we expose ourselves to that blue light from screens, it confuses our bodies, tricking them into thinking it's still daylight. As a result, you find yourself tossing and turning, unable to fall asleep easily, or waking up multiple times during the night. The worst part is that this is something so many people do every single night without realizing the damage it's doing. And when you're over 60, it becomes even harder to reset that sleep cycle, and the consequences start to stack up. But it's not just the screens. A lot of people over 60 still love their cup of coffee, tea, or a piece of chocolate before bed. What many don't realize is that caffeine can stay in your system for hours. So when you're sipping on that cup of coffee in the evening or snacking on chocolate after dinner, your body's essentially getting a second wind. It may feel like a treat, but it's also a stimulant. And when you're already struggling with your sleep, that late evening caffeine can make it even harder to get the quality rest you need. The same goes for big meals. You might think a large dinner will help you feel full and relaxed, but your body is still digesting when you lie down to sleep, making it much harder for you to fall into a deep, restful sleep. Instead, you end up tossing and turning, your stomach feeling heavy and uncomfortable, which only leads to more restless nights. Another common issue is not having a proper bedtime routine. As we age, it becomes crucial to establish consistent habits that signal to our bodies that it's time to wind down. Many people get caught up in the busyness of the day and suddenly realize it's late, scrambling to get to bed with no clear routine to help them transition into sleep. The body thrives on consistency, especially when it comes to rest. If you don't have a ritual that helps you relax, whether it's reading a book, taking a warm bath, or even some light stretching, you're likely setting yourself up for restless nights. You may find yourself wide awake, wondering why you're so alert, even though it's past midnight. This is when our bodies become frustrated with trying to rest, and we end up lying in bed for hours waiting for sleep to come. It's also important to talk about the weight of unresolved stress and anxiety that many carry into their beds. As we get older, life can throw all kinds of worries at us. Health concerns, financial stress, family responsibilities, and the like. But bringing that anxiety to bed can be incredibly damaging. Lying in bed with your mind racing about all the things you have to worry about tomorrow only leads to an unrestful night. You might find yourself staring at the ceiling, unable to turn off your thoughts, and before you know it, hours have passed and you're still awake. This is why it's so important to deal with your stress before bed. Even a simple practice like journaling your thoughts or talking to someone you trust about your worries can help calm your mind. When you bring unresolved stress to bed, it interferes with your ability to rest and recover. Instead of waking up refreshed, you wake up more tired and anxious than ever. Now let's talk about something that often gets overlooked: sleep posture. As we age, our bodies become less flexible and our joints become more sensitive. The position in which you sleep can directly impact how you feel the next morning. If you've been sleeping in the same position for years, maybe curled up in a fetal position or lying flat on your back without proper support, your body can pay the price. The wrong pillow or mattress can lead to neck pain, backaches, or even muscle stiffness. But the problem is, a lot of people don't notice it right away. It can be subtle. You may think, oh, I'm just getting older, or it's just a little stiffness. But that little discomfort, night after night, can add up over time, making you feel more fatigued and less rested in the long run. And when you're over 60, the need for proper alignment during sleep is even more important. A pillow that supports your neck and a mattress that supports your spine can make a world of difference in how you feel when you wake up. Another habit that can disrupt your sleep is exercising too late in the day. Exercise is incredibly important for your health, especially as you age. But if you're working out too close to bedtime, it could be making it harder for you to fall asleep. When you exercise, your body releases endorphins and adrenaline, both of which energize you. If you're hitting the gym or going for a run an hour or two before bed, your body is still in a heightened state of alertness when you try to sleep. Your mind may be tired, but your body is still on high alert, and that makes it difficult to wind down. Ideally, you want to finish any intense physical activity at least 3 hours before bed. Light stretching, yoga, or a gentle walk in the evening can help your body relax and prepare for rest. Finally, there's the habit of ignoring your sleep environment. Many people don't realize that their bedroom isn't as conducive to sleep as it could be. Maybe it's too hot, too noisy, or too bright. These small distractions can have a significant impact on how well you sleep. It's essential to make your bedroom a sanctuary for rest. Keep the room cool, dark, and quiet, and make sure your bed is comfortable. Invest in a mattress that supports your body, and consider using blackout curtains or a white noise machine to help create an optimal sleeping environment. If you're waking up in the middle of the night, it could be something as simple as adjusting the temperature or reducing noise to make a huge difference in the quality of your sleep. As we grow older, it's easy to dismiss small habits as inconsequential, but they can have a lasting impact on our health. Poor sleep can affect everything from our energy levels to our immune system to our mental clarity. If you're struggling to sleep well, it's time to take a closer look at the habits you've developed over the years. The good news is, it's never too late to make positive changes. By adjusting your evening routine, your sleep environment, and how you manage your stress, you can improve your sleep and your overall health. Remember, sleep isn't just about rest, it's about healing. If you want to wake up feeling refreshed, it's time to prioritize your rest like never before. So, tonight, take a moment to think about your bedtime routine. Are there small changes you can make to ensure you're setting yourself up for a good night's sleep? By paying attention to these habits and making a few adjustments, you'll wake up feeling better, more energized, and ready to take on the day. Sleep is one of the most important aspects of your health, and it's never too late to give your body the rest it deserves. Getting older comes with changes to our sleep, and it's easy to overlook the habits that might be affecting how well we rest. From screen time before bed to late-night caffeine, these small habits add up and can make it harder to get quality sleep, especially for those over 60. The truth is, our bodies need more than just lying down to rest. They need the right environment, routine, and practices to fall into deep, restorative sleep. A lot of people don't realize how much their evening habits, like watching TV, eating large meals, or even stressing about the day, can disrupt their sleep. If you're someone who still enjoys a late-night cup of coffee or scrolls through your phone, those habits may be contributing to your sleepless nights. But the good news is, you can change that. Simple adjustments like avoiding caffeine at night and cutting back on screen time can have a big impact. In addition to these habits, establishing a consistent bedtime routine can make all the difference. Your body thrives on routine, and having a calming ritual before bed, like reading or gentle stretching, can signal to your brain that it's time to wind down. It's also important to address the stress and worries you might carry into bed. Whether through journaling or talking to a loved one, clearing your mind before sleep helps you avoid restless nights.